And that right there is what my weekend down in Ohio at the Paul Bunyan show felt like. It just flew by. It was it was a great time though. Don't get me wrong, it was great seeing everyone, seeing old faces, meeting new people. People came from a few hours away, a few miles away, a few states away, Alaska, all over the place. People came down to the Paul Bunyan show this year, and I think I can speak for everyone that it was definitely bigger and it was definitely better than last year as far as just the whole camaraderie with the Woodhound community and seeing the machines. The show itself had expanded, was bigger, there was more there was more to see, and I felt like there was, more people to even see. It was the Friday Night live stream, again, great time. We didn't get kicked out of the hotel, no issues there. There are a few things with the Paul Bunyan show in general, and a few things that I kind of want to get your feedback on and see what you guys think. I have some thoughts on, because yes, I am already looking ahead to the 2025 Paul Bunyan show. And I don't know, like I said, I just have some thoughts. So I want to go over those, want to just make a video here that I'm back now and just checking things out around the woodyard. Was buried with emails from work, had a busy day today, getting caught back up. That's one of the things that's always, I guess, interesting. You take a vacation, you go away, and then it's when you get back, it's almost like more work. Just getting caught back up and getting things back to normal, just with everything from the daily routine, just getting rested up and recovered. So if you were there at the Paul Bunyan show and I got to meet you either again or for the first time, I wanted to just thank you for being there and thank you for being a part of everything. The overarching theme every time I was talking with people was not so much the Paul Bunyan show itself, but the community of people that are within, I guess, the Woodhounds, if you will. And that is, I could not agree more. It was great seeing everyone again, talking with everyone, meeting new people, seeing new faces, seeing faces putting names with faces. That's always fun to do. But yeah, it's that is the one thing that really makes the show, I guess, kind of special for a lot of people. It's not just the machines, it's not just the, equipment and everything. You don't get to see any of that probably, or any of that back there. We got these whitetails checking out the woodyard. What are you doing? Yeah, so the deer are back. They're moving in once again. Fall is here. So where was I? All right. Yes, the people, seeing you guys, if you came out to the show, thank you. The show itself, a lot bigger. It expanded both, in the size, the footprint of the show. The vendors that were there was more of them. And overall, it was bigger and better. But that kind of brings me to, next year. Just starting off with the Paul Bunyan show, I just wanted to get feedback from you guys. Like, what did you think? And don't just, don't be afraid to tell me if there were things, you didn't like. Like I, for example, will say, I think expanding the show it's a good thing, obviously, because it's growing. But I think down in the infield and around the track or the road, I think they could utilize their space better. Like there were a lot of big pieces of equipment that just sat there all weekend long. And I think if they would organize it a little better to where maybe, that infield was more like a town square and more people could congregate together and still get to see, vendors and booths, but maybe just have it so there isn't so much space that's it just felt like there was wasted space where there could have been, either, like I said, there's, some great big machine that just kind of sat there where you could probably have 2 or 3 smaller vendors there and you could kind of just keep the flow of people kind of more centralized down in that infield. Because that is one thing, and I apologize if people were not able to track me down or to track other people down and meet them. I know I did have a few emails about, people who missed out and they couldn't find me. And that was one thing that is tough to do when things are so spread out. So that's just one piece of feedback that I kind of had, little takeaway from the show. But it was great, obviously to expand and get bigger and bring in more and more vendors. But I think bringing in more vendors, you need to maybe just look at the layout, and instead of giving 4 booth spaces to one great big piece of equipment that never runs the entire weekend, put that kind of on the outer edges, and then put the stuff that would get more attention or kind of draw more attention and just allow people to kind of hang out in one general area. So, somebody that comes there, if they came there to see people, they could probably find them within that area instead of, they're over here and I'm over there, and then by the time I get over here, they're over there, and the other people are way back there, and it's, I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, let me know what you guys thought if you were at the show. I did do a live stream on Sunday morning, and I kind of walked around, so if you were able to catch that, if you couldn't make it to the show, hopefully you tuned in and caught that. If not, you can go back and watch it. I kind of like to get there on Sunday mornings early before anything opens and kind of just do that, kind of just walk around. I know somebody left a comment and said, oh, it looks like a ghost town there. It's like, yeah, that's because the gates aren't even open yet. But when it comes to Friday night, the Friday night live stream, again, just a great time this year. I think we had a few more people than last year. But there again, it's, as I'm looking ahead again, or already, I guess, already looking ahead to next year, that's like one of the things that's on my mind. That was on my mind traveling home yesterday. Between the driving and the plane and the shuttle and all the stuff, that was one thing that did cross my mind, because I had a lot of people give me feedback already that were at the hotel and they wanted to watch, I guess, or be a part of the live stream live, but still be able to hear, what I was talking about or what I was saying, or some of the people that came up and were interviewed, what they had to say. So, you saw as I looked out, I would see a lot of people with their phones up to their ears trying to hear what was being said on the live stream. And so, it just got me thinking, yeah, it's kind of like there are people who want to be able to hear what's actually being said during the live stream, but be there live. But then again, there's people that just want to kind of socialize. So, where's that fine line to try to balance? I know they always say it's tough to, make everybody happy. But if you were at the live stream, give me some feedback. What do you think? I mean, I do have some ideas for something next year that I may do to kind of give that experience a better, or make that experience better. Like when I'm interviewing people who, I had a lot of guys come up, a lot of people come up on the live stream that some people didn't know, and they wanted to hear, who this person was, what their name was, where they were from, what they were into. But those people sitting there in the lobby couldn't do that because it was just, so much going on. But like I said, I have some ideas, so let me know if you have any ideas on what possibly we could do to maybe, improve things. Because that's one thing that my real job, my day job, that's what we do, is we take situations, and even though everything's going right, everything's going good, you always can find some areas for improvement, or some ways to maybe make a few changes for the better. I will say I was impressed, and I was happy to meet a lot of fellow hobbyists. And every time somebody would introduce themselves, they would say, I'm just a hobbyist, and then they'd look, waiting for the jingle to happen. If you don't know what the jingle is, that's a little thing to do with the podcast. So check out the Woodhounds podcast, and then you will know the jingle, what the jingle is all about. So that was fun. Again, it is a great time. There's no doubt about it. and there was a lot of great things to see. But I just always like kind of taking the opportunity to step back and, put on a different lens and look at it as, all right, everything was great, but is there any area that could be improved upon? And I have some ideas. And I just, I mentioned earlier some things that I kind of found to be maybe, I don't know, could have been done better with the show itself. But, it's tough to get something like that. I'm sure it's difficult because of a lot of different variables that I'm probably not aware of that goes into running that show. But, so I just want to give a little... I'm back here, and now this week, I got caught back up. The small wood was a big topic down there. There was a lot of questions, people asking and wondering about, and so I got a bunch of it to make up. I got that hickory, I got the birch that I want to run through, and then coming up this weekend, I'm actually going on a little road show with the Yappa 365. So be sure to tune in for that. Should be fun. It's going to be a fun little road trip. So that's all I have for today. Back in the saddle, back here in the wood yard. Oh, did I mention about the boiler? The boiler is still running. Amanda was able to keep the fire burning while I was down in Ohio. So that was good. But other than that, I think that's it. Yeah, great time. Bunyan 2024 is in the books. And although it's still a year away, now might be the time to kind of think about what could maybe be done different and better for Bunyan 2025. Because you know how it goes. It'll be here before we know it. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. We'll see you next time. And great again seeing everyone down at the Paul Bunyan Show. Stay safe, have fun, and be cool.